Fine. Today's method is Lagrange's multiplier method. You will observe that there is some overlapping between method of characteristics and Lagrange's multiplier method. Okay. Both the methods are applicable for semilinear as well as quasi-linear. So, of course, you will have the freedom to use the methods there. If the method name is clearly specified, you will have to use that particular method itself. Also, let's understand that Lagrange's method will allow you to solve more complex problem compared to the method of characteristics. Okay. So let's understand the working rule here, the steps, and then we'll solve using the examples. Or we'll understand the steps using the examples here. Okay. So the standard form of Lagrange's multiplier method is given by capital P times P, capital Q times Q equals to R, where P, Q, and R are functions of X, Y, and Z. So when I have the freedom to take Z also, it becomes actually quasi-linear. Okay. So yes, we can solve quasi-linear as well as semi-linear as well using this particular method. Let's understand the working rule. What are we going to do here? Step number 1, you will bring the question in the standard form. You get the question in the standard form. Step number 2, you solve the auxiliary equation that is dx over p, dy over q, and dz over r. You've seen the same equation in the method of characteristics, and that is where I said they could look similar. Okay, fine. Next, we can solve the question or solve the auxiliary equation using these 4 methods. Method number 1, variable separable method. Method number 2, or I can write here, we can use grouping method as well. Variable separable is one of the types of grouping methods. Second is method of multipliers, and that is why it is called Lagrange's multiplier method. The third could be the combination of both of these. And the fourth could be substitution method. Today's lecture, we'll concentrate on A and B. We'll try to complete type A and type B. I will not want to complete all 4 together in one lecture. Okay. So we'll take up examples of type A and type B of solving the auxiliary equation. Now, once we're done till here,
Hello, ma'am.
yes, please.
Have you started recording or not?
Yes, I have. I told in the beginning itself that I've started.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Step number 4, we write the solution here. Okay. We write down the solution. Now, the solution can be written in 3 different forms. That is, you write f of a comma b is equal to 0, where a and b are both constants. Just a minute. Okay. Where a and b would be constants. And basically, okay, before this, let's see. You're going to get 2 independent solutions from the auxiliary equation. Okay, minimum. Say maybe u is equal to u is some function, okay, is equal to some constant a, b is equal to some constant b. And finally, you write down the solution as either f of a comma b is equal to 0, or you write a is equal to f of b, or you write b is equal to f of a. All the three methods are okay of writing the solution. Let's keep this working rule in mind and understand the working rule better with the help of some examples here. Okay. So today we're going to concentrate only on type A and type B, where we'll be doing variable separable or grouping method. And secondly, we'll be taking up examples of methods of multipliers. So let's look at the sums to understand the questions or the method. Okay. So the question just says solve the equation. Solve the equation. X times P plus Y times Q is equal to 3Z. I'm taking a very simple question for the first example. Later we'll increase the difficulty level. Okay. So what is it? Step number one, you have to write the question in the standard form. Is the question already in the standard form? Yes, please. What is the standard form? A function of x, y, z with p, partial derivative, q times q and r on the right hand side. Is the question already in the standard form? Yes, please.
Yeah.
If the question is already in the standard form, what is the value of p, what is the value of q, and what is the value of r? Yes, please.
P is X, Q is
P
Y,
is
and
X,
R
Q
is
is Y,
Z.
and R is 3.
And this is 3z. No doubts still here. We now write down the auxiliary equation.
Yes,
Step number
ma'am.
one is done. The auxiliary equation is dx over p, dy over q, and dz over r. Let's substitute the values. Dx over x, dy over y, and dz over 3z. Now here we have to now find two independent solutions, correct? Using any of the methods. So let's try to compare any two combinations. You can take the first ratio with the second, first with the third, second with the third. So you basically have option of choosing any three combinations. You will choose any two out of them. So if suppose I take dx over x and dy over y, at the same time I can take dx over x and dz over 3z. The third possible combination is dy over y and dz over 3z. Is that correct? Is this okay with everyone? So far, is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. Now we are supposed to find two independent solutions. You can use any two out of this. मतलब मेरे पास तीन ऑप्शन है ना यहाँ पे dx by x के साथ dy by y, dx by x के साथ dz by 3z, dy by y के साथ dz by 3z. मेरे पास तीन ऑप्शंस हैं. आपको सिर्फ दो कोई भी यूज करने हैं एंड दो सोल्यूशन निकालने हैं. मैंने तीन रखे हैं आपके सामने बट आप कोई भी दो यूज करोगे. ठीक है एग्जाम में भी. You will now integrate both the sides. So when you integrate both the sides, this is what you're going to get. So what's the integral of the first one? This is going to be log x, log y, and we have to introduce a constant, say log a. If I solve this, this is log x is equal to ay, log of ay, log, we'll apply anti-log or exponential and we'll get x is equal to ay. And from here, I can say a is equal to x upon y. Is this okay with everyone? Any doubts? We were supposed to find two independent solutions. One is of this type, a function equal to a constant.
How did you get log A?
Sorry?
How can I get log A?
You can introduce a constant, right? You require a constant. We have done
Okay.
this during ODE also. So you can just keep it as a number, but generally when we are working on logs, we have all the terms in log, we generally introduce the constant also in the form of log only.
Okay.
Correct? That's how we have solved ODEs also. Okay. So because it's log x and log y, I introduced log a. You could have kept it as a also, but then that could have become little tricky to handle. See, log a is also a constant and a is also a constant. आपको constant लाना है वहां पे. तो आप
Okay.
उसको log a के फॉर्म में लिखो या a के फॉर्म में, वो रहेगा तो constant ही. ठीक है. अब सेकंड पार्ट पे जाते हैं. सेकंड पार्ट को भी सेम तरीके से सॉल्व करना है. व्हाट यू गेट हियर? log x 1/3 constant बाहर रखेंगे, log z, and again I'm going to use a log b here. Okay, b is another constant. Here, because I have a 1/3, let me multiply throughout by 3. So 3 log x is log z plus 3 times log b, correct? Now the 3 will go as a power, so I'll get a log z x cube, and here I'll get multiplication of z b cube. The log goes away, we'll get x cube is equal to z times b cube, and this b cube can be replaced by another constant because it's a constant, right? I can call it as b1, where b1 is equal to b cube. So now my b1 is equal to x cube upon z. So now see, we wanted two independent solutions. We have already found two independent solutions. You can solve the third one in the same lines. You will get third one, but you don't require 3. You require only 2. And once you've got two independent solutions, you will write down, therefore, the solution is f of a comma b is equal to 0, which gets replaced by f of x by y comma x cube by z is equal to 0. Or the second method of writing the solution was a is equal to f of b. Okay, let me call this as b1, not b. b1 बुलाएंगे इसको because we have named the constant as b1. So a की जगह पे x by y, and this is a function of x cube by z. Or you may also write it as b1 is equal to f of a. So you'll have x cube by z is equal to f of x by y. आप आंसर किसी भी एक फॉर्म में लिख दो, आपका काम हो गया. तीनों फॉर्म में लिखने की जरूरत नहीं है. I am showing it in all the three forms because I want you to understand that some of you may get the first form, some of you may get the second, some of you may get the third. Also forget that you might use a different combination. मैंने first and second equation solve किया, आपने first and third solve किया तो आपका combination अलग होगा आंसर का. या आपने second and third solve किया तो भी combination अलग होगा. All of these are valid answers. I hope this is clear with all of you. Is the sum clear with all of you? Any doubts? Purposely, I have taken
Yes,
a
ma'am.
very simple example, very simple equation, so that you understand the method. Yes, please. You're trying to say something?